Alright, welcome third graders back to Wednesday, week 7, day 3. Tomorrow's our last day. Woo! Alright, so here we go. Let's get started. Week 7, day 3. Boom. Alright, that is a good meal. Oops. Okay, so it should say 7-3 at the top. That is a good meal. All right, that is okay. It's already capitalized. T-H-A-T. Is has an uppercase S, so it needs to be lowercase. A is okay. G and good needs to be lowercase. Okay, and meal is M-E-A-L. M-E-A-L. And we can go exclamation point. Maybe you're excited, like, man, that was a good meal. All right, cursive. T S A O O D L E A L. Period. All right. Make sure when you're writing words you don't have any sinking letters. Okay, guys, keep them above that line unless they're tail letters like G's, Y's, and J's and all that. No floating letters. Okay, we don't want this big gap, so be careful with your letters. And everything should be nice and grounded on that line. All right. Remember, no spelling test Friday because we don't have school. All right. 286 plus 247. All right, here we go. 6 minus 7, or 6 plus 7 is 13. Carry the 1, 1 plus 8. 9, 13, 533. Guess you guys can't see it. There. 533. 16, 14, and 6. 646. 286 minus 247. 7, 16, 9, 3s. We don't, like some of yesterday's. Okay. All right, 9 minus 7 is a 2, 9 minus 4 is 5, 3 minus 2 is 1, 152. All right, on to the long one. Woo! All right, 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3, 6. 642. All right, 2 times 300 is 600. 2 times 20 is 40. And 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2, 4, 6. 642. All right, 3 times 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 times 5 is 15. Plus 1 is 16. Carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. 1,962. All right. All right. 3 times 600 is 1,800. 3 times 50 is 150. And 3 times 4 is 12. 2, 6, 9, and 1. 1,962. Now, 1 times anything is itself. So 1 times 987, 987. That's easy. All right, 201 times 6. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. 1,206. All right, 6 times 200 is 1,200. 6 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 6 is 6. So we have 6, 0, 2, 1. 1,206, 1,206. All right, 23 times 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Carry the 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 2 is 16, 161. All right, 20 times 7 is 140. And 7 times 3 is 21. 161. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 90 is 180. And 2 times 3 is 6. 186. Alright, 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 8 times 5 is 40. Plus 2 is 42. 420. Alright, 5 times 80 is 400. And 4 times 5 is 20. Gives us 420. Again, 1 times anything is the self. 76. Alright, now 231 divided by 1, we don't even have to work that out. So anything divided by 1 is itself. So 231. Okay? 247. Well, 2 can go into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down to 7. 2 can go into 7 3 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. 23 with a remainder of 1. 35 divided by 3. 3 can go into 3 one time. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Bring down to 5. Alright, 3 can go into 5 one time. Because 2 times 3 is 6 and that's too big. Can't go over. So it's got to be 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. Nothing to bring down. So that's our remainder. 11 with a remainder of 2. 29 divided by 2. 2 can go into 2 one time. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. Bring down to 9. 2 can go into 9. Well, let's see. 2 times 5 is 10. That's too big. Can't go over 9. So 2 times 5. 2 times 4 is 8. That works. 9 minus 8 is 1. 2 can't go into 1. Nothing to bring down. So 14 with a remainder of 1. 56 divided by 2. 2 can go into 5. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 is too big. So 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Bring down to 6. Alright, and let's see. 2 times 5 is 10. Too small. 2 times 11. Alright, 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 8 is 16. Right on the money. 2 times 8 is 16. 16 minus 16 is 0. So remainder. So 2 times 28 is 56. That works out. Alright. Alright. So this is our last bell work tomorrow. 7-474. I can't wait for Friday. Yeah, that's kind of fitting, isn't it? I made this years ago, and it kind of really applies for today, doesn't it? I can't wait for Friday, because that's when summer vacation starts. So anyways, week 7 and 4 will be tomorrow, day 4. All right, today is science. So let's get our science sheet out. All right, I'm going to read the vocab. So vocabulary, the word is cell, and that is the smallest unit of a plant. Chlorophyll is a green chemical in plants that absorbs sunlight. So that's why we see trees and plants and all that stuff. They're always green, right? So that's where you get the chlorophyll. And the chlorophyll is a green chemical in plants that absorbs the sunlight. All right, let's do the reading here. When you picture a leaf in your mind, what color is it? I picture, I guess it depends on the time of the year, right? But right now I would picture probably green. This is in the fall, I might picture red, orange, or brown, right? If you said green, that's not surprising. Leaves spend most of their lives being green. The green color is from a chemical called chlorophyll. So it's kind of like the blood of the plant. You know, we have like red blood in us, they have green blood, right? It is stored in leaf cells. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and uses the energy to make food for the plant. Okay? So a plant makes its own food. Isn't that crazy? We have to go to a store and buy our food, go through the drive-thru at McDonald's to get our food, right? Well, plants, they make their own food. How sweet would that be? Imagine we could make our own food. Be kind of weird though, right? Anyways. All right, so you're going to look at the diagram on the leaf, color it green, then complete the caption below. So if you want, maybe you don't have a green crayon or something, they just want you to color this green. the part that's green. All right. And chlorophyll makes leaves look, I think they're looking for a color here, okay? So what color, if chlorophyll is green, what color do you think the leaves would be? Okay, so just write the color down in here, okay? All right, part B, answer each question. Where is chlorophyll stored in a leaf? Okay, that's in the reading or maybe in your vocab, okay? Number 2, what 2 things do leaves need to make food? Okay, that's also in your reading. Okay, I'll give you a hint. One starts with an S. Okay, and one starts with C. Okay. How would you be able to tell if a leaf did not have chlorophyll? So maybe use your best guess. Write a complete sentence, okay? And if you were to look at a leaf and you know, what do you think you would notice if a leaf did not have chlorophyll in it? So think about what chlorophyll does, maybe what color it is, and give me a sentence describing what a leaf would look like if it didn't have any chlorophyll in it, okay? There. Day 2. Yeah, we're doing both sides. All right, vocab. Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a gas found in the air. Okay? We breathe in oxygen. What we exhale is carbon dioxide. Okay? So we breathe in the air, the oxygen. Our lungs, separate oxygen from the air, and we absorb that oxygen, and when we exhale the carbon dioxide, which is a waste product of the air after we breathe it in. So plants use the carbon dioxide, and what do the plants give us? They give us oxygen. So we need each other, okay? We need plants to give us oxygen, because they produce oxygen, and they need us, because we produce carbon dioxide. So what we produce, we give back to them, and what they produce, they give to us. All right, photosynthesis, the process by which plants use sunlight to make their own food from carbon dioxide and water, okay? All right, so, and by the way, we're not the only sources of carbon dioxide, okay? There's other things that make carbon dioxide too. All right, here we go. Why do leaves change color in the fall? All right, chlorophyll helps plants make food through a process called photosynthesis. So photosynthesis is the food making process of a plant. So when a plant makes food, it's called photosynthesis. Okay? During photosynthesis, chlorophyll absorbs sunlight. This gives the plant cells the energy they need to make the food. The plants use energy to combine carbon dioxide, a gas in the air, with water. This becomes food for the plant. Okay? So they combine the carbon dioxide, the gas in the air, with water. And that combination becomes food for the plant. All right. So if we look at this diagram here, we have sunlight coming down from the sun. We have carbon dioxide coming from the air. The sun absorbs all that, and it makes food, but it also releases oxygen. But also, it's absorbing water through its roots. Okay? So there's a lot needed to make a plant function the way it should. Okay, we need sunlight, we need carbon dioxide, we need water, okay, and they give us the much needed oxygen. So without plants, we would all die, right? All right. Use the words in the box to complete the sentences. We have carbon dioxide, we have water, we have photosynthesis, and we have sunlight. All right, so number 1, chlorophyll absorbs blank during blank. I'll give you a hint. Chlorophyll absorbs, starts with an S, and this one starts with a P. During photosynthesis, blank and blank combine to make food. That's from your reading, okay? So, I'll give you a hint. This one starts with a C, and maybe this one starts with a W. Okay? Big hints. And part B is where you put your thinking cap on and answer it yourself. Summer days are the longest of the year and have the most sunlight. Winter days are the shortest and have the least amount of sunlight. When do you think plants make the most food? Now remember, plants need sunlight. So when do you think they make the most food? During the summer or during the winter? And explain your answer. So give me an answer with a complete sentence, capitalization, proper ending, and explain what time of the year they make the most food and why, okay? All right. Okay, that's science for today. Go ahead and pull out your cursive sheet, and we're going to read Goosebumps. All right. Here we go. Chapter 6. My scream echoed off the high walls. I couldn't take much more of this. I turned to run, but the shadow people were at the door, blocking my escape. When our screams died down, the menace's other face spoke up. Keep it up, with a delicious sound. Yes, yes, I love those screams of horror. Love them to death. All right. This face had a high, nasal voice and glowing red skin, as if it were burning on fire. The eyes were wild, big, and rolling crazily. Beneath its flaring bulb of a nose, I saw full lips over crooked teeth. The menace had a dark face, and a face the color of flames. Love it, keep screaming, the red face cried. And then the menace turned around again, and the first face spoke up in a low, deep voice. As you can see, I'm not timid. I will do anything. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Stop bragging. They get the idea, the second face snapped. I'm not bragging, the first face insisted. I'm telling them what they need to know. He raised two gloved fingers. As you can see, I have you kids outnumbered 2-1. And 2 heads are better than 1, the red face declared. You guys are going to bring my park back to the real world, the dark face said, by the power of your terrified screams. He turned to Byron, standing by the tall wooden piece of furniture. Start up the fear meter, he ordered. Byron reached out to the back of the box. I heard a click. Then the machine started to hum. Byron turned it so we could see the narrow tube on the front. It looked a little like a thermometer. The fear meter hummed for a while. The hum grew louder, and I saw a red line climb from the bottom. Yes, it was exactly like a thermometer. It had numbers etched on the side, from 1 to 100. We all watched in silence as the red line slid up, until it stopped at 20. Oh no, the menace groaned. People, you must do much better than this. You're just not trying, guys. Your fear has got to hit 100. His head spun around, and the red face spoke up. I'll bet we can find something juicy to get that fear climbing. He waved a gloved hand. The shadow people began to move. They floated silently across the room. They surrounded us. I could feel the icy cold rolling off them. I started to shiver. I couldn't see. They floated over us like a black cloud. I couldn't see. They floated over us like a black cloud. Oops, I just read that. I felt a cold force, a pressure like powerful wind pushing me one way, then the other. Luke, I called to my brother. My voice was muffled under the thick blanket of shadows. Luke, are you okay? No reply. I felt sick. My stomach felt tight and heavy. I kept picturing the menace and his 2 faces, the 2 faces on one head. How did he do that to himself? Was that part of his plan to frighten us? Suddenly the shadows lifted. Light poured over me. I stood with the other kids, shivering from the cold. Luke huddled beside me, his teeth chattering. I raised my eyes to the stage. The red line on the fear meter had risen to 25. If this is how frightened we feel at 25, how will we survive fear that reaches 50 or 100? I turned to the menace. Why won't you answer your questions, I asked. Why won't you tell us what you plan to do with us? His dark eyes peered down at me. You will help me get Panic Park of 1974, he said. You will. His other face spun around. Don't tell them, he cried. Just show them. He pushed a button on the podium. I screamed as the floor dropped away. I fell hard and fast. I saw the others falling beside me. My hands flew up as I dropped straight down, screaming all the way. Chapter 7 tomorrow. This will be our last chapter, so if you want to finish the book, you have to go buy it. Oh. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Tomorrow is our last day, Thursday! Alright, so tomorrow you need to have the bell work, your reading sheet, be prepared to do your last fluency, and cursive. Alright, good job. One more day left.